Namaste to all of you, my beautiful friends. My name is Ruslan, and today I'm going to introduce you to my friend and a guest of our podcast. His name is Ossi. He has 20 plus years of Ayurvedic experience. And as you all know, Ayurveda is one of the oldest systems of natural medicine that has originated in India and has been with us for over 3,000 years. Today, we are going to learn herbs that can help us improve cognition, our quality of life, our quality of sleep, our libido and stamina, of course, so that you can become superhuman at work and, of course, in life. Let's take a listen. Ossi, namaste to you, my brother. I know you have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to Ayurveda, when it comes to yoga, meditation, Vedic astrology. But today I wanted us to focus on Ayurveda and how it can help our listeners to advance in sleep, to improve their performance at work, and so on. Can you please tell me a little bit about your background? How did you get started in this Ayurvedic system of medicine, and how it can help us to improve our performance?
Okay, so about 20 years ago, I had been working in the IT industry and I reached burnout. And then I started looking for some methods to, get back into normalcy, improve my sleep, improve my memory, and just relax. And first I found meditation, but it proved very difficult. My mind was so restless and all over the place. So then my meditation teacher told me that I should start practicing some yoga asanas. So I started doing yoga, and that again helped me to relax more. And then also meditation became a bit easier. But then the meditation teacher was still advising that because my mind was still restless, that I have to change my diet and, stop coffee and other stimulating things. So that helped, and I was finally able to meditate. But then I still had, as a result of the burnout, I still had some skin issues and digestive issues and some other problems. And I was trying to look for help for that, going to doctors, and well, that didn't help. And then finally I found blood type diet. That helped quite big time, but still didn't resolve the issue. So then my meditation teacher told me that, oh, you should go and try Ayurveda. So go to visit the Ayurvedic practitioner. So that was over 20 years ago. I went, and this older lady did pulse diagnosis, and I was surprised that what is going on? Is she some kind of clairvoyant reading my entire health history just from my pulse? I was a little bit scared. And but then she told me everything and gave me advice on diet and explained why do I have the problem, and then recommended me some products. And that is how I got inspired about Ayurveda, because I got remarkable results just in 2 weeks. So like my digestion improved, my sleep improved, like everything changed very quickly. And I was totally convinced. And then from that moment, I started studying Ayurveda books. I think that was in early 2003. So now this 20 years later.
Amazing. Ossi, many of the listeners may not know enough about Ayurveda. Can you please give us a little bit of a background as to what Ayurvedic philosophy is, what are the main principles, and the process, how it actually approaches healing one's body?
Right. So Ayurveda is actually a complete medical system. So many people don't really know how deep Ayurveda is. Somebody thinks that it is this some kind of specific diet. Somebody else thinks that, it is that system with the body types. Some people think that Ayurveda is some spa treatments or beauty treatments. And some know that it is something related to yoga. But, well, all of these are just very superficial ideas, and what one could say also misconceptions about Ayurveda, because Ayurveda is a huge, vast subject. with immense, big, huge literature. So it is a medical system. One could say that the original medical system, the first medical system of humankind, for instance, most of people know Chinese medicine. And Chinese medicine is more known than Ayurveda. But actually, Chinese medicine also, the philosophy and the methodology of Chinese medicine originates in Ayurveda. And then also the Greek medicine, or the medicine of Hippocrates. Also, after going to the island of Kos and to the Hippocrates Museum, one will find the book of Hippocrates and finding that, oh, it is just a translation from the Ayurvedic textbooks. So also the medicine of Hippocrates is actually originating from India, from Ayurveda. And modern medicine in turn is originating from the Greek medicine, from the medicine of Hippocrates. So we could say that actually modern medicine has evolved out of Ayurveda through hundreds and even thousands of years. And then also homeopathy, the Dr. Hahnemann who made homeopathy, he traveled to India and got inspired of Ayurveda and of its principles. And based of those, homeopathy is inspired by Ayurveda. It's not really based on Ayurveda, but it's inspired by Ayurveda. So we could say that these different systems of medicine have all some roots in the entire knowledge base of Ayurveda. And in Ayurveda, we have several branches of medicine. We have preventative medicine, we have internal medicine, the ear, nose, throat, and eye conditions, so ophthalmology and so forth. There are Ayurvedic pediatrics, geriatrics, and all these different specialty branches of medicine also do exist in Ayurveda.
And we can also say that Ayurveda is definitely, if not the oldest, one of the oldest systems of natural medicine. It has around 3,000 years. It's around 3,000 years old. So humans had it, practiced it for so many years. So it's based on experience. Ossi, can you please tell me what is the difference between Ayurvedic approach of an Ayurvedic practitioner to approach of a Western doctor or Western practitioner?
Yeah, so in modern medicine, the actual practice of modern medicine at the clinics have become very, one could say, industrial. The patient waits, the patient goes in, stays with the doctor for a few minutes, gets a prescription, and leaves after 5 or 10, maximum 15 minutes. 15 minutes is already a long time with the doctor. But in Ayurveda, everything is very much personalized, individual based. And the initial consultation cannot be just a few minutes. Usually the initial consultation is nearly 1 hour, where the person's body type is analyzed and the whole health history is taken, so that there is the comprehensive and deep understanding of the individual's health history, and then also the current status of the person. I have to excuse me just a second. Right.
It's okay, no problem. Okay, so let's say I have a problem. My problem is gastrointestinal issues. As you being an Ayurvedic practitioner, how would you treat me? What would be the process, and how would that process be different to a process of, say, a Western doctor?
So in Ayurveda, first we take into consideration the person's body type. When we know the body type, we also know what are the typical health issues. And typically gastrointestinal problems are typical for Pitta type person. And from your facial features and also from your personality, it also reconfirms that you are Pitta individual. So you're having a typical health problem which is related to Pitta person. So first we have to adjust your diet. So the diet will have to be something which is beneficial for Pitta person. So avoiding those things which are harmful for Pitta and favoring those things which are beneficial for Pitta. Then taking some Ayurvedic herbs, which are specifically for the gastrointestinal system. Normally, the best approach is to go to Ayurvedic practitioner and get a personal consultation. So in the initial consultation, you get to know your body type, and then based on that, you can adjust your diet, and then you will get recommended certain products. But then there are some generic things and tips that anybody can do without the deeper knowledge and without the need of going to consultation. But these generic tips are more for like improving your health and preventing disease. But if there is a disease condition, so then it is better to go to practitioner and get professional analysis, professional recommendation, so that you can really also get good results. When it is one doing everything oneself, then the healing may not be so quick, and also might not actually be deep enough, so that the condition might reoccur after some time. But yeah, for gastrointestinal problems, which typically are gas, bloating, indigestion, malabsorption, loose motions, irritable bowel syndrome, or something like that. So then these are very typical for Pitta person who has been eating the wrong diet. For instance, too much chili is not favorable for Pitta. It will create issues. So Pitta person actually should avoid spicy food. Yeah.
So you mentioned the word Pitta. Some of the listeners, I guess, would not really understand what it means. Could you please elaborate a little bit more on these body types?
Yes, so Ayurveda has a system of body types, or prakriti. Prakriti means nature, inborn nature. And this is something that we inherit from our parents at the moment of conception. So basically, if our parents have a large body, then also the child is likely to have a large body. If the parents are slim and thin, it is likely that the child is also lean and thin. And if the parents have an athletic body frame, it is likely that the children also will have an athletic body frame. And I have here some cards, so I can illustrate a little bit. Just the moment I pick them up. So here I have 3 different cards. This is Kapha body type. Kapha has thick bones, thick joints, more bigger muscles, and
Wider
also
structure.
and heavier body
body.
structure. Yes. Then we have a Pitta individual. Pitta is more of an athletic body type. So well-formed muscles, medium-sized bones, medium-sized joints, and is kind of average in all respects, but is more of an athletic frame. And then we have the Vata type. Vata is slim and thin bones, thin joints, thin muscles, and also thin layer of bodily fat. So these are the 3 main types of Ayurveda: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. And each of us have certain percentage of all of this. So then what is the dominating percentage? That determines what is the body type. So also you might have, suppose, 60% of Pitta, 30% of Kapha, 10% of Vata. But this is just a guess. We haven't met personally, so it is based on what I understand from your bodily frame that I can see on the screen.
That's a very good guess. I would say that I am predominantly Pitta because I'm somewhere in the middle. I can easily gain weight and I can easily lose weight. I can easily gain muscles and I can easily lose them too. Now, the question to you is, let's say right now, considering all the stress that we are experiencing in this lifetime with all these COVID pandemics, with Ukraine conflicts and so on, I need something to help me to stay more alert, to improve my cognition. Do you have any specific recommendations for me in order to improve my focus, my memory, and maybe my ability to perform my tasks for longer?
Yes. So first of all, Ayurveda always starts from the root cause. So first we have to find the root cause for lack of attention and maybe improper memory and lack of concentration. So first we remove the root cause, and then we add something which will improve. So often stress, lack of sleep, lack of relaxation, these are many causes for mental and nervous system related imbalances. And then, so removing them, like trying to remove factors that are causing stress. If one has to rush to work, then one should consider, is there a need for changing the daily routine, going bed earlier, sleeping longer, and waking up naturally instead of waking up with the alarm clock? Is there another way to commute to work, like instead of rushing with the car or motorbike or running there? Is there some other way to leave 15 minutes earlier or 20 minutes earlier so that one can go peacefully and no need to rush, but can go like in a calm manner? So these lifestyle aspects one has to take into care as well. And then also coffee is a big factor. Many particularly those who are working in corporations and in a business environment, have the habit of taking a lot of coffee. And coffee, while being a kind of mental stimulant, but it also increases stress levels. So it overstimulates the nervous system, overstimulates the mind, and creates stress and reduces the quality of sleep. So if you are drinking 5 or 6 cups of coffee per day, then it is time to reduce coffee into maximum 2 cups a day. Or if you are drinking 2 cups a day and still stressed, it is time to reduce it to 0 and replace it with, for instance, tea.
Okay, maybe tell us. Sorry, yes.
Yeah, and then I would continue. And after these things, then one can start taking some Ayurvedic herbs, like adaptogenic herbs for the mind and for the nervous system, such as for Pitta person, it's not ashwagandha, because ashwagandha is heating, but for Pitta person, cooling adaptogens like Brahmi, Mandukaparni. Mandukaparni is also known as Gotu Kola. And then there's Shankapushpi. I don't think it has English name, but it is common Ayurvedic herb for the mind, memory, and cognition. So Brahmi, Mandukaparni or Gotukola, and Shankapushpi, these 3 are really good for the mental functions, clarity of mind, quality of sleep, improved memory, improved concentration, and also they help to balance the moods. Like Pitta person has a tendency for getting irritated easily, getting even angry or aggressive. And Brahmi is one of the key herbs that help to cool down the Pitta mind. And additionally, one can take also fresh coriander. Coriander is also cooling, and it is balancing for the mind. So as a Pitta person, as an intelligent person, one can take coriander frequently with meals, like fresh coriander leaves. So these are good things to take.
You would not believe me if I say that I have the whole bag of Ayurvedic herbs in my house. I bought them all on Lazada, which is the local online shop. And I'm taking coriander right now. I'm also taking water hyssop, which is also known as Brahmi herb, right? And there is a ginkgo biloba, which is also very helpful. And some of the adaptogenic mushrooms, of which I haven't heard in Ayurvedic medicine. Okay, so now moving from cognition, let's say we covered that area. Some people have low quality of sleep, and sleep is very, very important for our cognition, for our optimization of our performance. Can you recommend specific herbs for sleep, please?
Yes, so already these aforementioned herbs, they will work also improving the quality of sleep. And I would start from these. But then additionally, there are certain products that are combinations of herbs which are specifically designed for improving the sleep. And usually it is not the Pitta person who is most prone to the sleep problems. It is often the Vata person, the thin, slim Vata person who has sleeping problems. So for that type of sleeping problem, ashwagandha, nutmeg,
Nutmeg, very good.
yeah, nutmeg, then saffron, milk,
Saffron.
pure cow's milk, boiled pure cow's milk is a good sleep medicine. You can even, if you have this kind of activity watch, or you have the activity ring, where you can observe your quality of sleep, you drink 1 cup of boiled milk before sleep, and then you go to sleep and you check the difference between the quality of sleep of that night with milk and the previous nights without milk. You will see marked difference in the app where you can read the results, how the activity watch or your ring measured your sleep quality. So this, and then the mentioned herbs, but also Brahmi, Shankapushpi, Gotukola, Ashwagandha, saffron, nutmeg. These I would say, and then there are a few others more, like Indian valeriana, also calamus. Calamus has to be taken in very tiny quantities. So, but then some Ayurvedic sleep aid tablet or capsule will be containing all of the mentioned ones, and it is specifically formulated for sleep quality. And these are food supplements. They are not prescription medicines. So these are both nutritional herbs, and they are also medicinal herbs, and they can be purchased as a food supplement.
Ossi, since we mentioned gastrointestinal issues, the problems with absorption, with digestion, with elimination, and so on, what would be the 3, let's say 4 herbs that you would recommend for a person that is struggling with that?
Very simple. These common kitchen spices that almost everybody already has in the kitchen. Cumin, coriander, fennel, and we could add turmeric. So these 4. Fantastic.
Wonderful. So now, some people don't know, and me including, anything about dosages and the frequency of taking those agents. How often and in which conditions should they be taking them on empty stomach or not?
Okay, as a thumb rule, any herbal powder, 1 teaspoon twice a day. That's a thumb rule. Not maximum heaping teaspoon, little bit rounded teaspoon twice a day. That is like a starting point for most of the herbs. Then some herbs have specific dosing, like calamus. No way, don't take a teaspoon of calamus. That would be crazy. Calamus is something that you need to take very little. Also saffron. Saffron is expensive and it is potent. So you don't need to take heaping teaspoon of saffron. That would already be too expensive even. Only a few hairs of the whole saffron is enough. But suppose we are talking about cumin, turmeric, black pepper, coriander powder, fennel powder, or ashwagandha, brahmi, all these things that we mentioned, all of them, 1 teaspoon is a good dose. Or then you make a blend of these things, like you mix 4 of the digestive herbs together and you put it in a jar, and 1 teaspoon of that mixture is a single dose. Or you take this mental adaptogen herbal powders, mix them together, and take 1 teaspoon of that mixture morning and evening.
I am blessed to live on a beautiful island where I can go to a lady who makes for me a juice out of turmeric. She adds a little bit of piperine, which is black pepper, in order to activate it, right? She adds coconut oil, and I add a little bit of my own oil, which is a blackstone oil, which is very good for stomach ulcers. And I add all of my Ayurvedic herbs into that mix, and I drink that every evening. I try to drink that every morning, but sometimes I just forget because I start doing some work, and it does magic for me, I must admit. My next question to you is, how long should the treatment be? When does
it of course depends of the issue. Some problems take more time, some problems heal quite quickly. but we could say as a thumb rule that it should be minimum 1 month. But
Minimum.
really varies a lot. If it's a problem in the joints, they heal very slowly. So for curing joint-related problems, one should think of minimum treatment is 10 months for joints. But for instance, for digestive or stress-related issues, 2 to 4 weeks is already a good starting point.
Amazing. Are there any side effects to taking these herbs?
Most of these herbs are completely safe. So like even if wrong person is taking wrong herb, it doesn't do any harm. But then continued use of something in a higher dosage is not really something that is recommended. So if you plan to do something for longer, like with some specific Ayurvedic product or treating some specific issue, then there should be more deeper understanding. But these general things, what I have said, like the kitchen spices, no problem, continue lifelong, no problem. Brahmi, ashwagandha, shanka, pushpi, these are common herbs, you can continue easily lifelong. None of these do any harm. But calamus is special, so you don't go taking calamus in a big dose for extended period of time without professional advice.
Will they not stop working at some point? Our bodies will not stop reacting to them?
No, it will not be like that. If there is a disease condition, these herbs help to cure that. And once the disease condition is cured, if you still continue taking it, they will just improve the either if it's for digestion, they will be just remaining as a digestive aid, or is it for the mental function and nervous system, they will function as rejuvenative herbs for the mind and for the mental functions. They will improve and make you a superhuman.
Thank you. For those of us that are concerned with this COVID pandemic that just happened and the monkeypox that they are telling all about in the news these days or somewhere online, what kind of herbs would you recommend to strengthen immunity?
There are by both specific herbs and generic herbs, and for that, I would say the best easily available solution is this Ayurvedic herbal and fruit jam called Chyavanprash. Chyanaprash. Chyavan. I think I have it somewhere written. I have a book. Oh, it's there. Just a second. I'll show. It's easier. I have a book about that product.
Wow.
Chyavanprash.
Wow.
So
that's a very difficult word to remember.
It's a compound word. Chyavan was the name of this yogi, this rishi, and prash means jam. So Chyavan's jam is actually what it means. And this is an immunity booster, digestive aid, and all-round supplement for everyone. Everyone can take Chyavanprash and experience the benefits of it. And particularly in cold countries, it is good to be taken throughout the cold season. So starting in the autumn and ending just in the end of spring before summer starts. Okay. So that's a really good prevention for different flu and cough, cold and such. Another one, which is a good immunity booster, is ghee. Ghee is clarified butter oil. That is an immunity booster.
Very popular for
yeah, 1 or 2 teaspoons added into your meals, mixed into your soup, mixed into your rice, mixed into your whatever you might be eating on, just adding in your plate, and frequent taking month after month, it will slowly improve your immunity and also reduce your allergies.
Awesome. We will provide some links to the products you have recommended if you have them available, and links to contact you if people will have more questions. If you don't mind, my last question is going to be about getting more energy, more stamina, more libido, for those of us that need a little bit more?
So first of all, we have to start from, again, removing the root cause. So if there's lethargy, too much tiredness, feeling heavy in the body, so one has to check that, am I eating too much cake, chocolate, ice cream, and other heavy foods like oily food, heavy meat-based diet, too much cheese, so, and too much milk products. So first of all is to reduce the excess, and then also to give a body boost. So I would say Shilajit. It's the Himalayan mineral pitch. It's also known with the other name Mumio, Altai Mumio. So that is black stuff oozing out of the mountains, and it's a mineral supplement. Contains 72 different minerals, and it boosts the energy levels, gives more stamina, and is also a mild aphrodisiac. So it gives also improvement of libido. So that is really good, particularly for Kapha person, for Vata person. Pitta also can take, but Pitta should not take in high dose. Pitta should take rather a little bit less than the recommended dose. But Kapha and Vata can take in a good dose.
Ossi, you know so much about Ayurvedic medicines. Thank you for sharing with us all of your knowledge, all of your wisdom. If some of us want to contact you, we will provide the links to the product you have mentioned to you. Once again, thank you. And for those of you who want to subscribe to our channel, please do so. Go ahead. Once again, thank you, Ossi, and let's have you again on our podcast talking about other areas of Indian culture, of Indian wisdom.
Thank you very much. Happy to be with you, and thanks for listening.
Thank you.